So day 2, I got wiser, and a deeper cut with a much slower feed, and the brass seems to be way happier. Chips are just flying off of it. Alright, so we homed in on the width of the meaty end of the handle, and as again, gave myself some room to mess it up. So plan here is to use the taper attachment to give us a taper from the meaty end down to the skinny end, and it'll just be a taper all the way down there with a little chamfer on the back. And to do that, we're going to need a little bit of math. Alright, so after shooting part of the video and just completely messing everything up, I went back to the roots and actually made sense of everything. Got the measurement on this end and drew out this nice little diagram. Ignore the stuff out in right field here. We want this is the good stuff. So a very roughly drawn handle shows that we want this distance to change 11 millimeters. I just used millimeters because it was the easiest thing to read and do the math with. I'm not loyal to anything. And long story short, using inverse tan, we found out that we need 4.13 degrees of motion on this taper attachment. So now we'll set it up and see if it'll do it. Alright, so we loosened off the nuts here and let's see what we get. Don't see much of an indicator line on this old baby. But, oh no, there's something there. You should be able to get close. So we're gonna pull this thing over. Oh man. Well, at least we got the indicators on there and everything. Actually see how many divisions of a degree we've got going on. 1 degree. This is a tiny knurled bit to do this with. Oh man. Oh, look at all my joints cracking. Oh man. You grip like a vice to get this thing over there. Probably just loosen up the screws that help me. Alright, so it came to 4. I'm not too worried about it being out a little bit. So I'm going to stop right at 4 instead of worrying about that 4.13. So the last thing we need to do is lock down this jaw on the bed of the on the ways. That's for the taper attachment to make sure the saddle here actually, the cross slide actually follows the ways. And you know what? I'm going to use the wrong lathe terminology all over the place here. You're just going to have to deal with it. Now, that's looking a little bit more than 4 degrees, so I'm going to have to go and check that, but we'll update when it's all locked down. Alright, so got the taper all locked down. Made sure that it services the full length of the cut. Oh, might be wrong. Gonna have to move it. Well, that's no big deal. All I gotta do is undo where it holds on here. There we go. And then move it to the end of the cut. Oh yeah, there we go. Make sure we're all the way over. And then we can lock it back down again and start heading towards what we want the end product to look like. Oh, there you go. There's a view. Yeah, there, tight. This thing's got all the everything you could ever ask for. Right, so now that's pulling us away from the material in that direction and closer in that direction. Yeah, all right, we're moving. Oh, I'm sensing some movement. I mean, probably something we want to deal with right here and now. Yeah, I feel some nuts on the bottom there I'm going to have to get a hold of. We'll be back. Well, here goes everything. Yeah, happy. Engage that guy in the right direction. And we're moving. Papers being cut. Well, alright. Well, I might have stand a chance at making a machinist out of me yet. Oh, focus. There we go. Still drifting away at the 4 degrees. Right on. Might be able to use a deeper cut, but seems to be moving along just fine. I'm certainly having no trouble dealing with that. Oh, I'm happy. I'm happy with that. A few more passes to go, though. The one thing I've noticed is I think there's something in the taper itself that's making it hang up in this location. You can see those 2 lines. Something to deal with next time. Maybe don't go so far on the taper, I guess. But overall, this is I think the last pass, and then I'll hit it with a file because my tool sharpening skills aren't so hot yet. But not bad. There it goes, creeping away into thin air. Okay, there we go. I've hit it with a file and just some 400 grit there. And now just trying to get the little oil or whatever off there. See what we get. Ooh, still needs a polish, but pretty happy with that. Yeah, I think the surface finish feels just fantastic. I'll just decide where I'm going to part it out and then put a knurl on it, I think. Just on that, just on the end there. Focus. There we go. Yeah, I'll put a knurl on there. Right, so, ooh, looks like I put some ridges in there. You can probably see the lines. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get those out, but that's all right. So I'm gonna do see where. Kind of tough to do filming and this all at once. Looks like a good spot. Looks like I left myself just enough room. Yeah, we'll go with right there. And alright, nice and easy. Just mark the spot. Maybe take it down just a little bit more. Right, so, ooh, looks like I put some ridges in there. You can probably see the lines. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get those out, but that's all right. So I've got a turn in here, and I managed to get a well-registered knurl. I just hand turned it in high gear so that I stood a fighting chance against the machine. You can see me moving slowly along, and in a second here I'll just get to the end of this one. Stop it. Oh, maybe some double cuts on this end, but overall I'm pretty happy with that. I'll clean it up, and I think I'll even back it off and call that good. All right, off there. Yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised at that. It'll probably be as hard to clean in the kitchen as it is here, but whatever. Put the chamfer on and chop her off, I guess. Alright, so got it knurled. Creeped up on the knurl a little bit just with a straight section. Figured it would get rid of the messed up knurl that knurls at the end, but they're still there, and that's alright. So we'll part it off and see how it looks after maybe some more polishing. Alright, so got it parted off. Just going to take the face off to clean it up. I got it chucked in with some blue rags to hold it steady. And we'll just give it a quick zap. Everything's holding tight. And in we go. Gonna have to come back out slower to fix my mess up there. I should have had a much gentler cut going into it. There we go. There. There we are. All right. Well, let's see what we get. Hopefully didn't damage my knurls. No. Well, all right. Let's get the business end on it and see how it looks. Oh yeah. There we go. One handle for my also modified bottomless portafilter.